The first dry running of the week in Barcelona offered teams a chance to move beyond installation work and begin building a clearer technical picture of their 2026 machinery. After rain disrupted earlier sessions, the focus shifted to gathering structured data, correlating simulator models, and establishing early baselines for both aerodynamics and power unit behavior. In the current phase of development, the emphasis across the paddock is less about outright pace and more about process. Engineers are prioritizing long stints, repeated procedures, and controlled variations. With low ambient temperatures complicating tire preparation, simply maintaining continuity on track has become a key objective. Against that backdrop, Ferrari's morning program stood out for its volume and consistency. The team dedicated the opening half of the day to extended running, using the dry conditions to work through a wide checklist before handing the car over in the afternoon. The data gathered was viewed internally as an important first step in mapping how the new package responds outside the simulator. Lewis Hamilton completed 85 laps before lunch, his first substantial dry track outing in the SF26 after a rain-affected debut in Barcelona and only a brief shakedown at Fiorano. The mileage alone represented a positive signal for reliability, especially as it was achieved without major interruptions. Hamilton then passed the car to Charles Leclerc, with both motorists set to rotate again on the final day of running. It was good to finally run in dry conditions and actually work, because the first day was in really heavy rain, Hamilton said after his session. In Fiorano, I only did 1, maybe 2 laps just to feel the car. So it was great to get some proper running and start to understand the tires. We used the C2 and C1. In this cold, the tires don't work very well, but we completed the program and now have an idea of where the car is and where we need to improve. Track temperatures dropped below 5 degrees Celsius at points, making tire warm-up difficult and limiting the operating window. Hamilton experienced a brief slide early in the third sector during the morning, but continued without damage. Ferrari engineers used the conditions to study balance changes and initial power unit behavior, comparing on-track data with pre-season models. Ferrari has already indicated that the specifications seen in Barcelona represents a baseline version of the SF26, with further updates planned for Bahrain and the opening races. For now, the work is exploratory. The priority is to identify development directions rather than chase immediate performance targets. When you come to testing, you always want to do a lot of laps. This morning I did 85, which is incredible, Hamilton said. That's credit to everyone back at the factory, who did an extraordinary job to make sure the car is reliable so far. Last year we started testing in a much worse situation. Considering this is a completely new set of rules, this is a better start, and I'm confident it can continue like this. Hamilton added that the next phase will revolve around maximizing mileage and refining understanding of the new systems. For us, it's about continuing to run and gaining as much knowledge as possible about this engine, this car, and the aerodynamics, he explained. This morning we followed a program and discovered some interesting things. Charles did something different this afternoon, which is great. At the end of the day, we share everything, list the positives and negatives, and set a clear plan for what we want to address next before we go to Bahrain. What's your take on this situation? Share your opinion below and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Formula One updates.